So you are looking at 3 acres. You are looking at about 50,000 to 50,000 Ghana cedis in 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Wow, 50,000 Ghana cedis in 3 months for cabbage farming. And if you are not into agribusiness, I think you have to think twice. Welcome to Agribusiness233. Today we are here to learn practical ways to make money from cabbage farming. And in our previous videos, your subscription to the channel and you're watching our YouTube videos have helped us to have 10,000 views on YouTube, and we appreciate you so much. And as we are moving forward, we encourage that if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you subscribe to the channel now, because your subscription is going to help YouTube share our content to other people so that they can also have the privilege of watching us live. Here today we are going to have a very interesting conversation on how you can make a fortune from cabbage farming. A lot of young people are going into farming now because they know that that is a gateway to wealth creation and prosperity. Today, as we are delving deep into cabbage farming, stick and stay with us. We are going to share so much more. Welcome to Agribusiness233.
Thank you very much.
Today we are here on your farm, and this is a cabbage farm. I would like you to introduce yourself to our viewers and at least tell us why you chose to go into cabbage farming.
Okay, thank you. My name is Justice Yeboah Asare, a student in the university. Okay, so the reason why I indulge myself in cabbage farming is always we hear rumors cabbage is giving much in terms of financial to farmers. So we also decided to at least do something small to know whether what people are saying is true or not. So that's the main reason why we indulge ourselves in cabbage farming.
So the motive is about, mostly you want to enter into agribusiness, but you want to go into the area where the money is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very important. That's very fair also. Anyway, so tell us, if someone wants to go into cabbage farming, since you are already studying agric, right? And you are really into the practical bit of it and also the theory bit of it, you have a lot of insight to share with our viewers. So now tell us, if someone wants to go into cabbage farming, what is the processes? What should a person look out for, and how should a person go about it?
Okay, thank you very much. So mostly we know cabbage do well in loamy soil or clay loam. So first, if you want to indulge yourself in cabbage, let me say farming in general, you have to get your land, then also the seed that you want to plant. So here we first prepare our land. So as you can see, this our land, then also the seed that we want to plant, that's the cabbage seed. We also went for cabbage seed. But the interesting part is this land is a clay soil. And mostly we all know that cabbage most of the time didn't do well in clay soil. So we decided to test if actually the cabbage is going to do well here on the clay soil. So the process we took, most of the times we used to nest the seed. But we use we use this disposable caps. We nest the seed in these disposable caps so that when we transplant them, then the crop will not get, or the seedling will not get transplanting shock, because the land is clay, and most of the time too you have to till the soil before you plant. But here we couldn't till the soil because the land is clay. So the strategy we use is we use the disposable caps, we fill the soil, the loamy soil in the disposable cap, then we use that one to nest, then after that then we transplant them with the soil.
So if I understand what you're saying, you started with land preparation, and land preparation is a very key part of starting a farm. Once you have a vacant land, you have to prepare the land. First, you have to look at the type of soil that you are going to use, and he said loamy or clay loamy is something that is most appropriate for cabbage farming. So if you are looking out to start a cabbage farm, then you are looking at a land that is a bit of a clay and loam together, then you are good to go. So tell us, after transplanting the seeds, because you have to nest them, right? You go and buy the seeds from the market. Cabbage seeds are in the market. Then you come and do your nursery. You can nest them in a disposable cup. Okay, so you put them in disposable cups, then you nest them so that when you are transplanting, you bring it directly onto the field. So now once it gets to the field, tell us the process, because now we can see the cabbage, shooting up, and it's coming up so well. It's so green, and I think it's going to fetch you some very decent income. But tell us now, once you transplant it, how does it get to this stage?
Oh, we use slice. It's in the form of let me say compost. We use compost. Yeah, during the transplanting. So we when we dig our hole, then we put some of the slide in the hole, then we plant the seedling. Yeah, and after that, we haven't sprayed any chemical on it. Yeah, in forms of insecticide and all those things. And one also thing is we cook the soil before we use the soil for the nursery. We set a fire with a then we put a pan, and we try to cook the soil, let me put it that way, or fry the soil before we use the soil for transplanting. The reason being that we assume that cooking the soil will kill some unwanted microorganisms that will actually have effect on the crop, not even being in cabbage or any other crop, and also to control weeds during the nursery stage.
So it's appropriate to, in the land preparation and the seedling preparation, you have to cook the soil.
Yeah.
So cooking the soil has to do with seedlings, because you want your seedlings to come to, to come to the field in a proper state so that they won't die. So what's the need of having your seedlings prepared and bringing it to the field and it won't survive? So cooking the soil, as he's saying, is going to help to kill the microorganisms that are going to infest the crop moving forward. So that is a very nice strategy. So once you did that, you said you didn't spray it with chemicals. So you mean that you can have your cabbage at this stage without spraying it with insecticide? So are you trying to do an organic farm or something?
It's in the form of organic.
Oh, so you are adding no chemicals whatsoever. So that's something to look out for, and it's possible, because a lot of farmers also, because they don't have an idea as to having the entire knowledge from start to finish, they just go for whatever they see. When they see people spraying chemicals, they spray chemicals. But you can have an organic farm where you wouldn't need chemicals at all, but using some of these methods to control pests, to control diseases, you would be able to avoid all these unwanted chemicals, which will end up, polluting the environment and also destroying human lives.
So we try to use the neem tree, the leaves of the neem tree. So with that one, you just need to have leaves of the neem tree, then you dissolve it in water. You can also choose to grind it, then you dissolve it in water. Then the solution that you will get, you can use that solution to spray. And I tell you, it works just like using other chemicals to spray your farm. Yeah, let me say it that way.
Okay, so you can use neem tree, you can boil. You have to boil the water, right? You don't necessarily have to boil the water. So you are going to use cold water or normal temperature water to have the neem leaves, okay, in maybe a bucket, so that once you dip quite a number of the neem leaves in it, it forms a solution. You can even grind it and put it in it, so that once you get the solution done, you are going to use this to spray your farm. You just put it in a knapsack sprayer and come around your farm and you spray. So now, people need to find out how to get access to land. That is the main sort of worry for a lot of young people. They want to get into agric, but where are the lands? Lands are too expensive. So how did you come by this land? Tell us.
Yeah, so I consulted one of the lecturers, and he also introduced me to a friend. So the agreement was, if the man provide us the land, he provide the land and also some kind of input. He's the one who even bought the seed for us. Then we will work on it. So at the end, the income that will come, then we split the profit. So that was the strategy I used.
So, you don't need to have, all the money, injected from your side. Sometimes you can split the cost and split the profits. So here's a case in point. He's a very technically savvy person or someone who's passionate about agri. And watching us today, you also want to learn some of these methods to apply. So once you have the method, you just need to speak to people around who have vacant land. And when the vacant land is available for you, you can practice what you're learning here on YouTube to also make some money. You can split the profits with a fellow and you walk away with some cool income, which is going to be very sustainable moving forward. Wow. Thank you so much. And we have been, reliably informed in this video, and this information is going to help change a lot of young people's perception about agri and agribusiness in general. Our last video and our last video that we put here, we have something related, so you can go back and look at it, and it's on our channel. We have 10,000 views now, and it's by your viewership that has brought the count to 10,000. And the more you are watching us, you are helping us to get more content to a lot more people around the world to also have the privilege of watching our YouTube channel. And we would want to plead with you to subscribe to our channel, so that your subscription is going to help to show up the algorithm on YouTube, so that we can get our content to a larger number of people. So if you are enjoying this video and it's been helpful to you, give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be part of our family, so that we can grow together and have a very prosperous future in the area of agribusiness. Thank you so much. Stick with us and do stay and watch our next YouTube video. Thank you so much.